No doubt. The name is Law Nation. As we continue to grind and shine, baby. Can't stop a tank with no key. And that's me. Let's get it. Mama said there'll be days just like this. And I guarantee it won't be choppy now. Let's get it. Yo. All right. And as the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like, share this content. Let's get it.
What more do you want from me?
Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Ain't no party like a Cowboy party. 5, 4, 3, 2, and Super 1. Come on. Let's get it, baby. Yeah. Are you not entertained? Is this not why you're here? Come on. Appreciate everybody, man. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in and being part of it. Hey, you know, when you know something and you understand the processes of things, nothing can stop knowledge. Knowledge cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred, right? And it's energy. It's power, man. And a lot of people sully and denigrate themselves because of the lack of knowledge they have, right? And reading the comments, people saying, oh, you got Section 8 Wi-Fi, or you're choppy, you got the OC connection, you know, or you don't know what you're doing and things like that. But there's not a YouTuber that searched and covered every inch of YouTube like Law Nation, you know. So if there's an issue, I can fix it just like that. And I know what's going on, right? So it's like I got a quadruple master's degree in this. And I'm not bragging. I'm not being braggadocious. But I have the knowledge of it because I have the keen experiences of being through the processes of it, right? So that's just what it is, right? So I knew exactly what was going on with the whole glitching thing, right? It's on Restream side, right? It's on the software side from Restream on how they penetrate the server of the information feed that's coming in from my end to their processing system, and they spit it back to YouTube and as well as Facebook. That's just what it is. So unfortunately, you know, it's going to seems and appears that it's choppy, but if you go back and rewatch the video, everything is crisp and clear. And because I got the knowledge base of it, and that's just what it is, y'all. But, you know, and speaking of the process and the system and what we're doing, is this right here, ladies and gentlemen. The Cowboys got 2 coaches. Everyone have a reason. Results are what matter. Everyone will look into this and say, all right, there's news and notes out there that the Cowboys may be the final year for Dan Quinn. It may be the final year for Mike McCarthy. At the end of the day, at the absolute end of the day, if, and that's capitalization if, the Cowboys don't advance deep into this particular playoffs, it will wash away everything that they did in these last 2 years or 3 years, collectively speaking. Why? Because here's the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the globe, the Dallas Cowboys, we are always viewed upon as a negative connotation. We are always viewed upon as a situation and scenario that the Cowboys, hey, this is who they are. It's been 30 years, Law. Oh, my goodness, man, since they did X, Y, and Z things. But when we do it, Oh, man, anybody could have beat a 55-year-old Tom Brady. Anybody could have beat a 95-year-old Tom Brady, however old he is, right? And that's just how it goes, ladies. Yes, and gentlemen, that's how it is. So this is the reality of it. We just got to put this in the chat. TCB. We must take care of business. We got to. Because if the Cowboys don't go into this game versus the Washington team and take care of business and get that home field advantage and get all of those things talking about for the next 2 games, then they're going to say, well, it's either Dak Prescott fault, DPF, Mike McCarthy fault, Dan Quinn. I should have put Dak Prescott somewhere in the mix too. I should have put his name all over there. Yeah, I should have, but I didn't. But the reality of it, the Dallas Cowboys, it's a tale of 2 teams. The team that plays at the crib and the team that plays at the house. We got a super chat from JD from DC. Appreciate you for the $9.99 for your mind. He said, what's up, bro? The fam, son 23 and the daughter 14. And I am on our way to FedEx. Okay, let's get this dub. How about them Cowboys? How about them, baby? How about them? Because
all I ask,
the Cowboys better show up today because it's a tale of 2 teams. Hey, the tale of 2 teams. The Cowboys are at home, 8-0, 37.4 points a game. Cowboys on the road, 3-5, 21.5 points a game. So those type of things, as far as turnover differential, +10, -2. So we got a chance to absolutely wipe away some of those things. But let me give you a horn, Jay, man, because I appreciate you, man. And I really thank you.
Not the one who made the rules, right? Do it, left, do it, right, do it, left, do it.
Come on
right,
with it. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. And then Jay Recruit, appreciate you for your support. Thank all of y'all for y'all support and your love and adulation for the nation, by the way. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in and being part of these type of things. And I really appreciate it all the way. He says, Big Mike is not going anywhere. Dan Quinn has worn out his welcome, though. Ooh, wait. I can see that. I can contextualize that. We can all look over that. I appreciate you on that notion there. Let's listen to this right quick.
Of Dallas at Washington. And Dallas needs to have it in order to clinch the NFC East and at least, as long as they're able, home playoff game for themselves.
Yeah.
Eagles at the same time will be in East Rutherford, New Jersey, to try and sweep the Giants in order to take the NFC East should the Cowboys stumble in Washington, D.C.
Listen to this right quick.
Setup for the so-called money division in the 2 seed in the NFC. Sherry Burris is there for us. Sherry?
Well, Rich, we control our own destiny. We can write our own book. That is how quarterback Stephon Gilmore described the Cowboys' playoff journey. But this book reads that this Cowboys team is much different at home than they are on the road. They're a perfect 8-0. At AT&T Stadium. And I spoke with J-Ron Curse this week asking about the common denominator on why they struggle on the road. He told me it's a slow start on both sides of the ball and never really getting into a rhythm. He even told me that in the locker room, they're having this conversation. They're trying to understand what those differences are of what individual players are doing on the road versus at.
So they talk about what are they doing on the road opposed to being at the crib. And when we start talking about tales of 2 sides, right? When we start talking about, in general, what should the Cowboys be able to do? The great teams figure this out. You want to be the same philosophy, principle team, whether you're on the road or at the crib. Whether you're on the moon, which the gravity is different, And one can argue, man, never been to the moon. But that's a whole nother story. Don't want to get counseled here. But regardless of where you at, you're supposed to be the same. The problem is with this, ladies and gentlemen, and I thank y'all so much for your support, is that there are a situation where we can see a tale of two teams. There are two things that travel. Not one, but two things that travel. Defense, run
Andy
game.
Cadell, $10. What's up, Law? Just giving you flowers. You're awesome, bro. And in 2010, a team went on the road, won it all, that lost 5 games on TG Road. Guess who the coach was?
Right. I want my flowers while I'm living.
In 2010, it had to be Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy snuck into the playoffs in 2010. Yeah. Lost 5 games on the road. Ooh, woo. So, hey, in order for that to be solidified now, we got to win this game today, Randy.
Right. I want my flowers while I'm living.
Not the one who made the rules, right? Do it left, do it right, do it left, do it right, do it.
No doubt. And on top of that, I got Zach Luna. Before we get to this other point here, he says more like Dan Quinn could be welcome enough at the Star. I'd be happy to have him as a defensive coordinator for many years to come. We're gonna tie back around to that topic, Zach, but I appreciate you for your support. And then Willis, appreciate you. We need everybody involved today against the Commanders. We need to view this as a playoff game. It's a must. We do. Ooh. We definitely gonna talk about that. Oh my goodness, we're gonna talk about that. So J-Ron Kerr's talking about there's been two teams pretty much. A team at home play differently from the team on the road, and he said that, hey, the offense started off slow on the road as well as the defense starting off slow. Now, here's my thoughts of this. The Cowboys themselves, when we look at the bigger picture, not the smaller picture, the two things that travel, defense supposed to travel, run game supposed to travel. We haven't seen the run game on the road doing its job. And that's the bottom line. We need better run fits on the road. And going against, regardless of how we look at it, the Washington team, this would be a good chance for us to flex our muscles, right? To see what we can do from a philosophy aspect a little later on this evening on our run game. Great teams are consistent. You're right, Brandy. Ooh-wee.
Not the one who made the rules, right? Do it left, do it right, do it left, do it.
Come on with it. Oh my goodness, man. All right, so let me rewind just a little bit so you guys can hear her.
Both sides of the ball and never really getting into a rhythm. He even told me that in the locker room, they're having this conversation. They're trying to understand what those differences are of what individual players are doing on the road versus at home. We even kind of had a laugh about it, said, yeah, it's not to blame a hotel pillow or even traveling with that lucky blanket that could make the difference, Rich.
Thanks, Sherry. And I mean, it's undeniable. They're two different teams. When
Two different teams.
they're at home and when they are not. And here,
As we continue to look this up, it
is a
what it
reminder
is.
of what they look like when they are not.
I'll be much smoother.
Cowboys can't win on the road. You think the road had anything?
And then there's Ed Hockley right up there, wherever he is today.
Just trying to stay.
What do you need to see from him today, sir? What do you need?
Listen, honestly, and this is simple. This is what you call a big money game because we're really in the playoffs right now. And
Y'all heard the playmaker. We in the playoff right now, baby.
let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain. Ultimately, to get to where you're going to go, you're going to have to go on the road and make sure those potholes aren't bad. Aren't there. But so what I need now is big money game, I need my big money players doing big money things in this game. Understand this. We're about to pay Dak Prescott $300 million. That dude CD Lamb you just saw about to get 175, and Michael Parsons, he's going to get another about $200 million. You going to get that money, go to that big game out in Las Vegas and bring us home a ring back there to Dallas. Do big money things in this big money game. That's all it comes down to, those guys right there. Washington can't block anybody. Michael Parsons, let me see you make some big plays in this game. And you cover two things. You get your hype going, you get your confidence going, and you take care of them potholes on the damn road.
Okay, well, let's...
Yeah, and this is what's at stake right here. You know, we look at it from this aspect, and I'm not saying that the Cowboys in these scenarios don't have a chance, but we can clearly see that we do. Cowboys clinch the NFC East with a win. Or if the Eagles lay an egg, right? Wait a minute. I got some news from the Eagles fan.
We're looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds. E-L-D-S-E-S,
So we need to take care of business, man. We can't lean on the Giants to take care of it for us. We do our job. We do our mission. We got to figure this out for ourselves. We don't want the scenario that's at the bottom. No. Eagles clinched the NFC East with a win plus Cowboys lost. No. We don't need that as a possibility.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
So when we look at the playoff picture and we see these particular things, you see those 3 11-5 teams right there, Cowboys, Lions, Eagles. It's a situation. Now, granted, we would love to be in the 49ers seat. They can sit back, eat their oodles and noodles and chill out today. They can rest up some of the nicks and knacks that they got. This is a bye week for them. Next week is a bye week for them. And what we can look at it from this aspect, ladies and gentlemen, if we have that turtle mindset, the race is not to the swift nor the battle to the mighty, right? If we just continue to endure through all of the small things, the bigger things, the ups and downs, and we take care of business today, put the camera back on me, baby. Put the camera back on me. Yes, indeed. I just like talking like that. Make it feel like I'm in the studio somewhere. Don't y'all know what we have right here, ladies and gentlemen? We can catch them while they sleeping. If we take care of business, get that rhythm going. That's what Michael Irvin just said, basically. And it starts today. When you look at the playoff picture, we win today, we get a guaranteed home game. We beat that, we get another guaranteed home game. We already got our stuff going. Shh. So I'm looking today on all of those players that the playmaker just mentioned. I don't want to hear it about Michael Parsons. If he's getting gobbled up and he's not being able to make plays, I need to see more than 2 tackles from him. I don't want to hear it about CD Lamb or we reserve. No, I do not want to hear about Dak Prescott. Because at the end of the day, we need to see if this team wants it, if this team is hungry enough. And I need the coaching staff to be the driving force for that. Bones Fossil, we don't need for you to be out here trying to go for a block kick or what have you, to be ultra aggressive and take this Washington team lightly because of their record and try to get too cute. Right? We don't need YOLO balls. No. Play your brand and caliber of football, and on top of that, understand the time frame. I need to see a good clock management game. Mike McCarthy, somebody make sure you give him a sandwich in the third quarter. Somebody make sure you give him a hot pocket or something, a Snicker, give him something. We need to see this team in the third quarter give us something. The things that we had issues with. This is the final test. This is the final test before you start taking bigger tests. So we need for you to do this pre-test real good. Discipline. We lead the league in penalties. I get it. Though there are some penalties that we can't control. Holding calls, subjective. Pass interference calls, they're very subjective. But we need to concentrate and focus on the things that we can. Matter of fact, they need to pipe me in on the press conference or something like that with the players and say, hey, focus on the things you can't control. Offsides, we shouldn't have those. False starts, we shouldn't have those. Illegal motion, illegal shifts, we shouldn't have those. Trick plays, no, we shouldn't have those, especially if the game is blown away. Don't be giving us no trick plays. Save some of those things, And yeah, if we are up by multiple scores or what have you, then you can start doing load management stuff and benching players and these sorts of things. But secure this dub, ladies and gentlemen. And everything else will work his way out. Brandon Laurie, he's the one that I got this information. He says, I don't believe the outcome of the Cowboys game will be dictated the future for Mike McCarthy. He earned the right to stay. However, here's the rundown on reports. Blogging the Boys, they did come out with a little quick article. And there was somebody else that wrote the article, and I don't have it with me right now. So apologize because I don't have it with me, ladies and gentlemen. But they were saying that Mike McCarthy in the hot seat. I need to know for right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you team Mike McCarthy, let me see MM in the chat. Yeah, the weather should be nice today, Asmodeus. Yeah. 45 degrees, wind mile per hour is 15. Put MM times or put MMX DQ if you still like both of these coaches right here. Yeah, let me know. Let me see what y'all got over here. Come on. And there shouldn't be no hot seat. You see, I said this before and I'll say it again. When the Cowboys get some good stuff going, the first thing they want to do is get rid of them. The 3-ladder, the 4-ladder network, the first thing they want to get rid of said player that we have good. Right? Yeah. MM for now. Yeah. MM times DQ. Okay. No injuries today. Yeah, I feel you. Bad weather was yesterday. Yeah, shout out to you, Jay. Yeah, it was terrible. It was bad. And we pulled this up. I think that they were talking about Ed Water. Said considering what the weather looked like between the Ravens and the Steelers, 35 miles away, look at what we have to play in today, basically. Woo! No excuse. No excuse, man. That was look at that, man. You can see the sky without the clouds. It's perfect good weather for these boys. Not too hot, not too cold. 40 degrees, shoot, you feel good out there. Especially after you have all of those pads on. here we go, basically. Appreciate everybody. Get out there and make it happen. There's 3 types of people on this planet. Write this down. A person that go out there and make things happen, that's one person. A person that watches things happen, that's one person. And a person to say, hey man, what just happened, man? What just happened? The clueless person, right? They don't even watch or even make anything. They always saying, what just happened, man? What's going on? Right? I'm the type of person, we're going to go out there and make things happen. Oh my goodness, we're going to go out there and make things happen. No matter what circumstances. Fall flat on my back right now, I can say I can look up, I can get up. I've been at the lowest of the lows. Boy, give me a push lawnmower. I start going door to door in my neighborhood. I lose every day. I'll be pushing. Look, with one push lawnmower, with $25 of gas, sure, I'll make that money right back. Do you need your yard cut, sir? Do you need your edges trimmed or something? I'll be Law the Lawn Man over here, and then I'll put it on YouTube. Law, what happened to your government job? Hey, I'm cutting grass now, man. Shoot, I'm making I'm making good money cutting grass now. Shoot. But there'll be somebody right now. What just happened, man? All I got is a push lawnmower. It don't ride by itself. I can't make it in this life. And they'll look for every excuse in the book. Don't hang around those people, y'all. If you can't elevate them. So the Cowboys got to make things happen, man. They do. They can't be sitting there saying, hey, man, what just happened today, man? I don't know, man. Or watch somebody else do their thing. And 9 times out of 10, and I'm picking on Jerry Jones just a little bit because they're comfortable. To me, at times, they do sit back and they just watch things happen. They just sit back and not making things happen, especially during certain things called player acquisition. They do sit back. Shoot, I'm sitting like, come on, man. Move, Jerry. Let's get something going. And they already said, well, I done already made it happen. I don't need to make it happen again. I like watching. So just because you made it happen before doesn't mean that you're always making it happening. So that's a entendre for those who don't know. But neither here nor there, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't gonna beat up Jerry Jones today. Let's talk about this. Goals that set in mind and perception. Point of view. Field of view. Mike Leslie, he says, remembering the whole Dak Prescott, I would not throw 10 interceptions this season thing in preseason. And he corrected it for those who had the false reports.
Finally, do you remember preseason when Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott was misquoted as saying he wouldn't throw 10 interceptions this season? The actual quote was that he wouldn't throw as many tipped interceptions this year. An understandable misquote. I'm not trying to throw shade at anyone here, but a misquote that led to Prescott being mercilessly mocked on social media for weeks before the season began. Guess what? Going into Week 18, he has 8 interceptions this season. And what's more, of the quarterbacks who will play in all 17 games this year, he has the fewest interceptions in the league. Only one other quarterback can claim they've thrown less than 10. 2022 was an aberration, likely stemming from a thumb that still wasn't fully healthy. This, what you've seen in 2023, is who Dak Prescott is.
Woo! Some people didn't like that in the comments section. Law, you know. He's still ass, Law. He's trash. Any quarterback can do this. He's not doing things spectacular, you know. He's not the MVP Purdy is, right? Lamar Jackson MVP. That's the MVP right there, man. Lamar Jackson. Brock Purdy, you know. But I get it. pressure is a privilege. That's what he said. We didn't say it. He said it. So if the Cowboys, looking at this final game, even though Dak Prescott is 10-2 all time versus the Washington team, one of those losses came from a crazy play where they called, a snap infraction. You can only imagine if we were the Detroit Lions, we would still be talking about that, right? Who remember that? Who's old enough to remember that? Snap infraction, gave the Washington team. So technically, Dak would be like 11-1 or something like that. I was trying to tell my guy Louis T, yeah, man, yeah, I get it. Sam Howell, yeah, he is who he is, but that game. But look, that was by chance. But that's a whole nother story. Shout out to my guy Louis T. Cowboys, we got to stand tall or not at all. We know what we up against. We know what we need to do. We need to continue to fight. And salute to my guy Eastside Harold. Shout out to him. I seen him in the chat, And he said, hey, y'all stop hating on the Texans. This is what the enemy like to do. They like to paint the picture as the victim. All year, we didn't care about the Texans. We don't even cover the Texans. You see, he goes back to the definition of people that say, hey, what just happened? Or watch this thing happen. He's not a make it happen guy, right? If Eastside Harold was a true fan of his team and not shy, he would take a phone, he would take a mic, and talk about his team. And by the end of the year, he should have 1,000 subscribers or something. But he's hey, man, what just happened, man? My rent due, my lights out. Man, can I hold $20 guy? But it is what it is. Pigs don't know what to do with pearls. And I'm not calling him a pig, but you guys get what I'm saying. For those who wise enough to understand. But neither here nor there. I need for my guy, Michael Parsons, to continue to do his thing. Don't worry about the outside noise. Don't fabricate it. You see, the other name that's on this list is DeMarcus Lawrence. We call him D-Law. And here's the truth of it all. 149 total pressures. Parsons in law. Let's continue to elevate those type of things. Nah, quit playing. You need $20. You know you need the whole $20. I'll cash app you $300 right now if you be humble. Come on. No, I'll cash app you $300 right now. But that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to lie to me, Eastside Harold. You don't have to lie to me. That's okay. But neither here nor there. We are the Dallas Cowboys versus the Washington team. And we say congratulations to your team. We're in a different conference. We're in a whole different stratosphere. And yet you are here. And salute to see J and them. Salute to the coach too. Ball bounce off the man phalanges, right? We know how that feel too, right? But here it is. Send Eastside to raise a K gift card. I don't know if he know how to drive, but he had the Uber, so he would need the 300. The Cowboys with the best duo this season. We know what D-Law can do on stopping the run. We understand, and we understand fully of his ability to stop the run and Parsons' ability to be that dynamic pass rusher. But what we can't do here is when we see things that's happening right in front of our faces not make the necessary adjustments. And that got to go through coaching. That's why I said the tale of two coaching. If you're seeing on the defensive side Parsons being stagnant, then you're going to have to move him around and put him in a position where he can shine. If you're seeing on the offensive side that even CD Lamb is not able to get the yards or being an impact early in the game, you're going to have to move him around, put him inside, put him in the backfield, put him inside the slot to do an end around. Those are things that coaching must do. They have to adjust and build and keep things going from that aspect of it. If not, we'll be talking about the same thing. Wait till next year. Wait till next year. And those are the realities of it, ladies and gentlemen. It is. It's the God honest truth. Determination. Consistency is what my guy was talking about, Ryan Clark. And then it's 11:48. We were opening up the phones. I think I went over this already, y'all. Went over it already. And for our pregame show, we'll go over some prize picks. But speaking of prize picks, let's get this going. I think I already went over the consistency talk with what Ryan was talking about.
You look at the way that Dak has played this year, the way that he's carried the Dallas Cowboys, there's no quarterback playing better. When Aaron Rodgers said it weeks ago that Dak was one of his favorite quarterbacks to watch, it's because of the way he's maneuvering within the position and within leadership. I love what Marcus said about his post-game pressers. I love the way that Dan said everything just sounds different, and Mike Tannenbaum pointed out a loss because no longer are we walking into games for the Dallas Cowboys saying, if Dak does this, because the entire year, Dak has done that. When you look at the difference in him from the San Francisco 49er game on throughout the rest of the season, he was playing at not just an MVP level, he was playing at an elite level, a level that we always question, could Dak Prescott get to? The Josh Allens, the Patrick Mahomes, the Lamar Jacksons. Well, he's there right now. And so now it's going to be about what the rest of the team does, because we won't walk in here on one Monday and say to ourselves that Dak Prescott was the reason that the Dallas Cowboys lost. They now win because of him.
Well, come on, Dak. And it's a good handoff because at the end of the day, this is the first year you can really say, well, you know, the defense itself, they show us great moments. Right. But on the road, we only forced, 6 turnovers? At the crib, we at 17, something like that. And when we start talking about run game, even though we can see with our eyes, Tony Pollard, he's not trash or anything. He's a Nightwing. He's a Luigi. He's a Robin. And there's nothing wrong with being, not Batman. There's nothing wrong with that. Batman wasn't the only superhero. Superman wasn't the only superhero. You had your sidekicks. I think I was watching the cartoon the other day. Superman had a whole dog. You know what I'm saying? Dog was able to fly. What's that dog he got? Yeah. Jerry Jones says he needs $300 to pay our players next season. Well, hopefully, when I send you this $300, Jerry, you can put something on it, right? But neither here nor there. The Cowboys' run game is not the efficient game that we like to see. And is it our fault being fans? Nah. It's how the team is constructed. We went into this season with a new running back coach, Jeff Blasco. Shout out to him. Salute to him. A new offensive line coach, Mike Solari. And a new running game. A new runner coming off of an injury. And we expected, with our expectations, for it to be polished and smooth. without the notion of the repercussions. It ain't gonna happen that way, ladies and gentlemen. That's life. Someone can argue those are also excuses, Law. But when the reality hits, what were we? Did we make things happen? Watch things happen? Or we say, man, what just happened? We just said in this run department, what just happened? And it's too late. So what we got to do is, in these games, we got to lean on 4. 4 going to have to make something shake. Let's get it. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Come on.
Not the one who made the rules, right? Do it, left, do it, right, do it.
Come on with it. Let's go, baby.
Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough.
The hotline for your mind is brought to you by Prize Picks. We're going to bring up Prize Picks. You in the mix? Appreciate everybody for jumping in. I want score prediction. I want philosophy thinking.
All participants are muted.
657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to you, Scorpion. Thank you for pinning it to the. Thank you for posting it so I can pin it. Boom. It's pinned to the top of the page on the YouTube side. 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Appreciate you. Brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Appreciate you. We have Kelvin, DC for life. You're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, man.
What's up, my brother from another mother? How you doing today?
Man, doing great, man. I can't complain, bro. Holla at me, man. Talk to me.
It's a beautiful day. I'm going to make some bold predictions for you on the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it's going to be a 50 burger. We're going to drop on them. I do have some bad news. It ain't gonna be scoreless, so they're not gonna get that goose egg. I'm gonna say it's 50-10.
Man.
And
50-10 of them. Okay. All right. So, woo, man. On the road to have our best showcasing at Week 17. That will be a great surprise and a wonderful one. All right, man. Hey, man, I can't hold you to that, man. I can't take away from your thought processes on that. So what we gonna do with run game though? How we get those 50 points though? How we get those 50 points? By the way, let me ask you that in that way. Then that'd be a better way to say it.
I think with the running game, we're gonna alternate between Dowdle and Pollard. I think what we need to utilize Pollard for is his strength is like the running off on the side. I think we should quit trying to run it up the middle with him. That's not one of his strengths. And try to focus on running on the left side or the right side and doing short screen passes to him if we're going to use him. And use Dowdle more towards for running it up the middle. And but I think Micah's going to have 4 sacks this game.
4 of them?
4 sacks.
He going to get a look. It's been 42 quarters, bro. So do we leave with like 46 quarters without him having a penalty at all, or what's going to happen, man?
Well, we can't rely on the Zebras to call the holding calls on Micah, so that's where I worry about my prediction on that. But he might get an offside call if any penalty, and I think Gilly's going to have an interception.
Hey, man. I appreciate you, Kevin, man. I thank you, man, for your support and your love and adulations, man, and your positive outlook at this. I can't wait for it to happen. So I tell you what, man, I'm a man of my word, man. If we put 50-10, look out, man. Hit me up. I got something for you, bro. All right?
All right, appreciate you, brother.
No doubt, man.
How
Thank
about
you.
them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys, man? Y'all already know, man. Shoot. Dog.
Who made the rules? Right. Do it left. Do it right. Do it left. Do it.
Man, you know, I even slide back, man. If Parsons get 4 sacks today, I got something for Smooth, man. Come on. Hey, Darius, man, from the 214. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You're in the mix. Talk to me, man.
Law was good with you, my dog.
Not much,
man.
This
out, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at work, so I'm gonna try to keep it real short.
Mm-hmm.
But you better believe Mike McCarthy on the hot seat. I don't even know why. You don't never.
You must have wrote that article. You wrote that article, didn't you? Somebody.
I wish I did. I wish I did.
Go ahead.
What else was that? A hell of an article. But I don't even know why you don't never put if you team Dan Quinn, put DQ in the chat. You don't never say that. But you always say, if you team Mike McCarthy, put MM in the chat. Man, okay.
Hey, hold on. Let me tell you the reason why. Because win-loss records goes on for 2 stat categories that I can look up tangibly. It goes under the quarterback stat, and it goes under the head coaching stat. It don't go under the subordinates, right? It doesn't go under the defensive coordinator. But I do say if you team both of them, put MM times DQ, because at the end of the day, if the kids at this house run up the water bill and light bill, the company's not looking for them. They looking for me. Yeah, it's looking for me. It's on my stat line. But keep going.
The other thing I'm gonna say is too, like, I can tell that you're a winner. Like you have a winner's mentality.
Appreciate it.
You wake up every morning grinding, on your grind.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the thing that I don't understand about you, Law, sometimes. Like, so when I call out, okay, if Mike McCarthy go 12-5, 3 back-to-back seasons and get bounced out early and never make it to the NFC Championship, Law have a hell of a rebuttal for me. but do you know the what I like in that too, Law? That would be like you getting to 100K subscribers,
right?
And then not going hard as you did to get to 100K subscribers. You just stick there at 100K and be like, "Oh, we good." You see what I'm saying? Like, that's literally like what that's like.
Right.
You see
True.
what I'm saying? It's like I don't know how you like be letting that shit slide. You see, because you a winner, Law.
Right.
You grind every day. You don't give a damn what you got to do. You trying to figure out different ways to, if you got to get a new mic, if you got to get a new setup, a new cameras. You taking meetings every 30 seconds.
Right.
But I don't know how. See, I don't get that. I don't get it, Law. I don't get it.
Well, I would say this though. You think that the United States, you think it's the greatest country of all time?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Right. So, are from a literacy rate, do you think that we are the highest country, or are we number one in that category?
It's probably China. It's probably China.
Yeah, right. As far as inventions, patents, and all that stuff, you think we're number one?
I don't know if we're number one, but we up there.
We up there. So there's not a lot of categories. I'm saying this in short because I don't want to make this the people to come knocking on my door. I don't want them to, do that to me. But what I'm saying is that even though we may be viewed upon as the greatest country of all time and, the greatest world of all time, we got our bags of bones, man. We do have our issues, our woes, and everything. So when I'm talking Cowboys, I have no control of the outcome of the game. But I can't just be Bash Law channel over here because I'm ultimately a positive person. I'm ultimately look at it from two points of views. Just like I mentioned the turtle, right? Like I mentioned the turtle and versus the hare. And the turtle itself lives can live up to 150 years or more. The rabbit 3 to 5 years. So from a perspective, I just always look at it from the enduring process of it. Even though I do I do hold those boys accountable, but it may not be within an hour's time span that I'm talking. But if you ever hit me up in the streets, man, we'll talk the real from there.
Okay.
So come on out to the events, man. Come on out.
That's my dog.
Thank you so much, man.
That's a bet.
That's a good bet, man. Appreciate you. So holding teams accountable is different. And I know people will look at it like, nah, you wee-wooing. No, because when I talk, I always have the mindset to also protect the player. Even though you can be right about a situation, I've learned that there's a time for war. There's a time for peace. There's a time to take action. And if you guys ever watch the code of law, I'm always operating within the confines of that time. So even when I said what I said about Michael Gallup, when I broke down his film last year, he was like, from the mindset, like, hey, I know this guy right here. It hurt for the words that he said about me. So let me strike back and let me attack Law and ask Law, when did he play in the National Football League, right? So now he was in that place of protecting his brand, his mindset, and his responsibility out there on the field, and he got angry. And the first thing I said, oh no, Michael Gallup, you shouldn't have did that, because it wasn't the time for you to respond in that way. And when he responded, they told his ass up in that chat. They beat him down. And you got to understand, I'm old enough to be Gallup's father. You know what I'm saying? I may not look it, but I'm old enough to be his father, right? So when I started to say to him, I said, hey, man, next time just hit me up in the DM or something. You know, you don't have to expose yourself like that. And now everybody coming after you for what I said. And then 3 months later, he was like, yeah, Law was right. So I'm always in the mindset to protect the player. And just like Cat Williams right now, shoot. We all know Cat Williams, sure, when he talking, if it's a comic show and I had Cat Williams or Kevin Hart, let me go see Cat Williams. You know, I'm going to get a better laugh out of Cat Williams. Just like said the entertainer, taking folks' jokes. One thing about the internet, it keeps those receipts. Yeah. Oh, yeah, keep those receipts. So his best move, said entertainer, would have been just a hush about the situation. We got a Sadiq super chat. Appreciate it for 20. Law, congrats on 120K. Appreciate you. We're listening to nothing but the best. I'm about to say, may Hood bless you, but I know you. The H got in front of the G. May God bless you and your family. Appreciate you. Yeah, here we go. You know, appreciate you.
Here we go.
God will bless. Yes, indeed. May God bless you and your family. Appreciate you, Sadiq. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Here we go.
Yes, indeed. So, Cat Williams, American hero. Yeah, man. Shoot, Cat. Shoot, I went back and started watching all his catalogs, man. Yeah. But it's one of those things, and to be fair to even Shay Sharp, you know, people were asking in the interview why he didn't intervene, why he didn't say more, expound on. Look, man, let Cat cook. That video, last I checked, it was like 15 million views. Shoot, that boy cooking. Over 500,000 subscribers since that video, added to Shay Sharp. I'm trying to figure out how I can call Cat Williams. Hey, Cat Williams, man, come on, let's talk Cowboys over here. Hey. Yeah, had Ricky Smiley folding up over there, man. And I ain't trying to make light of Ricky Smiley's situation. But everybody can say this about Cat Williams. He would tell you a joke, but he won't tell you a lie. No. That brother won't tell you a lie. Hey, he read 3,000 pages, man. He read 3,000 books. What was that saying? He said he read 3,000 books. Hey, I thought he grew up Jehovah's Witness. Have y'all ever seen those Jehovah's Witness pamphlets? Them little old pamphlets. He might have read 3,000 of those in 1 year. You know, he didn't say the size of the book. Shoot, I got a few pamphlets outside now. Shoot, they knock on your door and leave you those little pamphlets. Those considered books. So he might have read 3,000. He didn't say what size of the book. Now the one thing that I will challenge him on, what he said he read a 3.9 or a 4.1 or something like that. Hey, I don't know about that part of the story, but you got to understand he is a comedian. So you got to add that into the equation too. It's 30. God, no way. It's 30 million. It's 30 million views. Sheesh. God, dog. 30 million views. That video got 30 million views. God, dog, man, that's crazy, man. Hey, that's crazy. I got next on the line. Let me see what we got next. We have Auntie from the 910 UN. Talk to me, Auntie.
How you doing, nephew?
Hey, I'm doing great.
I've been trying to get a hold of you for a while, but you know how it is. I'm a hard-working woman like you, and lots of times you start your lives. I'm in class, and class doesn't get out until 2:30 sometimes, and then I have after-school activities and functions. So I come in when I can. Mm-hmm. But I just wanted to keep doing what you're doing. Congratulations on your latest milestone. You know we support you.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You have good content. And, you know, I agree with what you're saying. You know, the internet, now in my day and time, and I'm a little older than you, you could say, you could tell lies all you could be a habitual pathological liar. You can't do that in this day and time.
They got the receipts.
In the work, late, great Whitney Houston, where are your receipts?
Where are your receipts? Mm-hmm.
With the internet, you got to keep it 100. And I'm like you. Hey, I thought the same thing you were thinking. I want to get Cat on my show.
Yeah, Cat, what's good, man?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I also want to say, I feel that Cowboy Nation is vindicated. We listen to all the trash talk from the Eagle Nation, from the pundits, all of these people on these shows that downgrade and denigrate Cowboy Nation and the Cowboys to boost their numbers, their likes, their subscribers.
Yep.
And I don't know if you remember, I'm from Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I went back home to visit my dad a couple of weeks ago. And so Allentown's only 54 miles from Philadelphia. So, you know, I've had a hard life.
It's a hard life.
There, but, you know, I live in North Carolina now, down here, Fort Bragg.
Okay.
But I just wanted to tell you people, if you don't know, last time we won a Super Bowl, I'm old enough to remember I was in graduate school.
Lord.
In 90, and that was our last Super Bowl. Me and some friends went to a bar. And, I didn't know that was going to be we were going to have such a long drought. But whether you believe in God or whoever you serve, you have two eyeballs and you're not Stevie Wonder, you should be able to see how the stars have lined up. This doesn't make sense that we're in this position that we're in.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have to cherish this moment, and Cowboys have to go out here, take care of business.
Come on with it.
Go and take care of business. I don't want to hear nothing about no hot boys or anything that you named yourself.
Right.
Them 90 Cowboys didn't do a lot of talking. They just went out and kicked your butt. And that's what I want to see. I'm tired. I'm old. I don't like all that. I don't like men that do all that talking. Just go out there and play, because that's what I'm used to. And although sorry, when I went back to Allentown and went back home a couple of weeks ago, I told you, fans everywhere, and they were talking trash. But Law, I don't know if you remember that song by an artist. She was a one-hit wonder named Sherry back, I think, in the 80s.
Give me a note of it. Give me a note. Give me one of those lines. Just give me one.
Hey, this is for all them Eagle fans. Bad mouth all season when they were 10-1 and we were struggling a little bit. I hate to tell you, but I got a bit of bad news. I don't love you no more. It seems life is like a circle. Everything you do comes back to you. Got it all together, don't you, baby?
Come on with it.
Murphy's Law, sure out to get you. Got it all together, don't you, baby? Murphy's Law, sure out to get you. So those are just a few bars. Now, I'm not going to put my name off.
No. Pleasantry voice over there. Come on.
Hey. I've been thinking about that song. I called into you the other day, but there was some technical difficulties. I called into you twice. Like, I got to sing the bars because hey, you guys don't know that song. You need to go listen to that song because the Eagles were on top. But honey, Murphy's Law is in full effect. If you don't know, you better ask somebody.
Yes, indeed.
Honey, just when you think everything is going good, it all crashing down. Love it. And that's why, as the old folks used to say, you don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Let's go.
Okay? That's what they did.
Appreciate you, Auntie. Thank you so much. Let me hear you say it.
Cowboy Nation, go Cowboys. We are still America's team. We will always be America's team, baby. And let's go get that win. Woo!
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Auntie got some notes on that. And before you look, they got software now, AI software. You put that behind the AI, shoot, she be platinum. Shoot, you be platinum. You just got to go out there and do it. You know. You do.
The conference has been locked.
It is. It's just what it is. Yeah, Murphy Law, my third cousin, twice removed. Yeah, but, it is what it is, man. Shoot, AI, shoot. Look at Ice Spice and all them, man. They got that AI, all on that thing, Shoot. And look at Sexy Red, got AI all over. Bend it over. Hands on your knees. Shake that. Drake. For me, got shoot AI all over that, man. There's people right now in the chat way talented than Sexy Red. I had to beep out the lyrics. It was a sad day when I saw all of the kids knowing all of that. I was like, wait a minute, hold on now. Yeah, y'all know it. I got my guy, man. He probably know the lyrics too, though. 100 grand, man. You alive, man. What you doing, man?
I'm good, man. What's good with you, man? Sitting here watching this Jet game.
Who playing right now?
The Jets and the Patriots.
You hurting your eyeballs with that one, man. What's the score?
Hey, man. Hey, that's the only game. Hey, listen, man. That's the game in my district, man.
Yeah. Okay. It's the game where just watch a little football, enjoy it. Yeah. Because about 2-3 months.
4 o'clock game anyway.
Hey, 2 or 3 months, man. Shoot, it'd be like, let's go look at some college films and stuff like that.
No. They got the UFL.
Oh, okay. UFL. Okay.
They got that UFL,
Band Danucci, baby. Watch Danucci. Yeah, here we go. Danucci and them, Watch Jalen Hurts. Oops. Oh, my bad. My bad. Let me stop talking about
you. What more do you want from me?
Hey, man. Oh, my gosh, man. Shit. Let me leave you.
Wouldn't it be something if they lose to the Giants today long?
Man,
you might have to.
Jeez. Oh my gosh, man!
You might have to send a search party for
Brunson. But you know who happy though? You know who happy right now?
Who?
Puff Daddy. He happy right now. Puff Daddy paying the hell out of Cat Williams. Yes, indeed. I know you can't mention him. I know where you at. But, man, he's like, yeah, man, y'all keep going. Cat Williams got everybody in their feelings, man. Ludacris out there got bars. I'm sitting like, whoa, wait a minute.
Hey, man, Cat been like that for years, though.
Yeah.
Cat been doing that for a long time. And so that's what he do. That's what he do, man.
Cat Williams is like the Cowboys right now. Everybody got to talk about him,
Oh, they can't wait for us to lose.
They
can't wait for us to lose. They praising us now. Oh, y'all got the second seed, home field. Y'all can get to let us lose. They gonna take that praise and throw it in. Y'all had the NFC East. Y'all had home field and y'all lost. Like we the only team that has had home. I remember the Packers. Number 1 seed lost in the first round. I mean, Aaron Rodgers Packers. I remember that.
Back to back. 13-4, 13-4. Yeah.
But they gonna act like we the first team to ever do it if we lose, love. I'm telling you that right now. Don't let up, man. Shoot.
Don't let up, man.
I just don't want no injuries, man.
Yeah.
I don't want no injuries. You seen what happened to J.J. Watt last night. Even though, they might not make the playoffs still. I don't want an injury like that, man.
Right.
I just want us to get in blow these boys out first quarter, first half, then sit everybody important, man, and get and rest up.
Rest up,
That's what I want.
Rest up and just get ready to have everybody to come down to Dallas and be ready to be at their home. You know what I'm saying? And be prepared.
That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm
Finish
I'm
out
glad,
strong.
you know, it's not raining. You know, it's nice and sunny over there. So, you know, we ain't got to deal with the weather like that.
Right.
We could just handle our business, man.
TCB, man.
That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for.
No
man.
doubt.
You know, and get ready for the playoff game, whoever we might play, man.
Yep. Don't
Whoever
take those
we might
false
play.
praises,
Who's your
man.
preference? Who's your preference, though, on who we might play? Because the Packers can lose now.
You know, I don't like running quarterbacks, even though the Packers got, you know, Jordan Love. He can run. Jordan Love, I watched him. I said that rascal can run a little bit there, so I don't like him. And I'm not saying I'm dodging the Green Bay Packers. I just don't like the idea that brother can run. Outside of Jalen Hurts, you know.
I agree with you.
Yeah. So give me the Rams, man. Give me the Rams.
You wouldn't mind playing the Rams?
I wouldn't mind playing the Rams.
Weather Network, people talking about the Rams like no team want to see them. You know, the Rams is this, and they a different team since we played them. That's what they keep saying, man. I don't believe it, man. You know.
Stafford, he have the ability to stare down his receivers. He loved the pocket, and that's a good thing for Bland, and that's a great thing for Parsons, right? Their run game is pretty good too, though. But I think the way Law is able to contain the run on his side, and Parsons able to harass Stafford a little bit, I think we can get those boys. But shout out to them, though.
Like when we met them, it could be like how we got them earlier in the year.
Yeah, it could be similar like that. But you just got to do that. And here's the craziest thing. I want people to go back and watch the Detroit game. You know, people think that, hey, man, the Cowboys won by 1 point, etc. But we had chances in that game to pull off, man. We did.
CD didn't drop that ball. You know, that's 14. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The game would have been totally different. It wouldn't have came down to that call. Because they would have played us differently. They probably would have, knowing their coach, they would have took more chances. It could have been a blowout.
That 4th and 2, to me, gave them a little, we call that a little sense of urgency. That sense of urgency that they had with that gave them a little spark. And they scored off of that drive, I believe. But we had them right to dead even then. So
we do.
Yeah, man. So we be all right, bro. Man, I appreciate you for calling in, man.
No doubt, man. You already know, my boy.
Yes, and let me hear you say it.
How about them Cowboys?
How about it, man? Enjoy that Jets versus New England game. No doubt, man. Yes, indeed, man. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 callers left in the fray right here. We're going to try to get to all of y'all. Let me go with D. Schiff from the 409. What's on your mind?
What's going on, Law?
Oh, man all is well. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Man, if you're talking from the standpoint of any given Sunday, I give it to you, man. You know, you can get beat by any team.
Anybody can.
But on paper, man, you look at like what the defenses of like where the Packers and the Bucks are, and like where they rank across the NFL, and then you look at where our defense is ranked in, and you just start looking into those metrics. And these are some of the same teams that you beat earlier in the year that people were calling tomato cans.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, I mean, the Rams, like, yeah, they're gaining some traction. You got Orlovsky sitting up there hyping up his boy Stafford. But, I mean, the same token, like, you've seen your defensive line against the Rams' offensive line, like, 2 years in a row.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think just from the standpoint, like, yeah, like, watch how you, like, as our lady was talking about, just talking about don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Right. Or your eggs. Yeah.
Yeah. But I get it, man. Like, I mean, yeah. The you know, like you say, any given Sunday you can get beat.
Right.
But you still got to handle these next 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that, but saying that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I give the Niners their due. I give the Ravens their due. You know, those are teams that, you're definitely going to depend on circumstance. But as far as the firing McCarthy thing, I just say, man, you keep going with consistency. I mean, you're building something. I mean, defensively, if anything, you might, get somebody who might employ more traditional linebackers as opposed to what we're doing with the old Deion Jones and old Atlanta Falcons approach,
Right.
So, Dan Quinn does, but I'd like to see that because you see, I'm kind of jealous with the Ravens and, Niners got going with their linebackers, so I like to see that a little bit more on our defense. But other than that, man, I think we're, on a great place. You got dang near the best cornerback, best wide receiver, and best quarterback in the league, arguably. I'm saying they are, but they're not far from it, man. So, man, DC for LR, how about them Cowboys, dog?
How about them, man? Appreciate you, man. And speaking of numbers, man, sometimes numbers, numbers don't lie, but they can be manipulated, right, or deceiving. I was on a Super Cowboy show and Princess Angie, and we was talking about numbers. We were just going over numbers in general, and people will look at the number from one connotation and not add context to it, and say, well, hey, man, we do have a good linebacker tandem. For example, using this as an example, I think we are 10 to maybe 11 tackles away for having two linebackers with plus 100 tackles. There could be Damone Clark and Marquise Bell. They do get a lot of tackles. The last time we had that tandem was way in 2018. So it also spells this out for me, that we have an inefficient level at linebacker play. Even though we have Dan Quinn in the mix, the inefficiency level at the linebacker play is a situation for us, and we got to shore that up. Because 2018 was a long way from here, and it's been a whole different regime, right? And the last two linebackers to do that was Jalen Smith and what's this guy name? LVE. It's a long way of fall from fortunes there. So this linebacker tandem, I don't really look at it as a linebacker tandem. I just look at it as a situation whereas next season, let's fix it up. And you can continue to do what you need to do with Parsons. Just already have in your mind, Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, that Parsons is an edge/linebacker. Let's get us a true linebacker in this draft. All right, so with that being said, and then pair that up. Brian. Pair that up with Marquise Bell and give Overshown, even though they seeing him on the ropes and stuff, give him a little grace. I got 520. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me, man.
You know who this is?
Yes, indeed.
Say it.
Yeah, Stelios. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute now. Hold on. Hey, man, what's going on? What's going on?
Congratulations on your 1-2-OK.
Thank you.
But like I said, you were talking about AI, artificial intelligence. Well, there's all kinds of intelligence. There's central intelligence. Now, you've been through a whole lot in your life.
Yeah.
From when you started to where you are now.
Mm-hmm.
Does not mean nothing but mad respect. From the nation, from me, from the nation, everybody knows. Nobody listens to nothing but the best law nation.
Appreciate
bar
it.
None. You set the bar. You are that dude.
I appreciate it.
You're always going to be that dude. And I've been rolling with you for the past 3 years and a couple of years before that, like since 2018.
Right.
But I really didn't start getting into, calling in and doing the super chats. But I listen to you. If you watch film, you watch the All 22, and you show exactly what the players doing. You know the plays. You know the schemes. Defensively, offensively, you know the schemes. You put that out to the people, and you try to make sure that everybody understands the game.
Yep.
You feel me?
I feel you.
Now that being said, now we have Washington we got to deal with. Now we had to deal with him last year, and it wasn't pretty last year. But I'm looking at least 19-point win. At least a 19-point win.
Woo! Hey, man, that'll be dope, Uncle Dave, you know.
So we'll see. So we'll see what we see.
No
and
doubt.
I'm not going to get the game locally here, but, you know, I got the streams I can watch to get. So
No doubt.
I'll be sitting in there rolling.
Appreciate
Now,
you, Uncle, man. I gotta let you go,
I'm
man. I appreciate it. Let me hear you say it, though.
I'll be too many more punk bees up in here. How about them Cowboys? Deuces.
Deuces. All right, man. JV, JP, Eric, man, those who waiting in the phone lines, we're going to have to cut it short. I got to reset some things here. But appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for waiting, man. We'll be back. We'll be back, especially on the pregame show. You know, we kind of merged the pregame show into the actual live game show. So, and we'll be doing that. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. For those who it looks straight on my end. So if you guys are handling any bufferings and things of that nature, be sure to just refresh, because everything, the measures and everything shows that it's okay. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the globe, I always say this, you know, the prize fighter, even when he's down, he continues to swing. And even when he's having his issues. Now, hold on. What we're not going to do is when we have the comments up, and if you're bashing, I'm going to have to block you. You see, because we don't do that around here. That's just law. You know what I'm saying? So if you bashing and if you talking bad about the nation and the channel, you're going to get blocked. I'm just letting you know. You're going to get blocked, and I don't have time to play around with y'all. So if you don't have nothing good to say when your comments up there, then don't say it at all. Or you can get the block. You can go to someone else's channel, you know, and talk your nonsense. Restart your stream and then jump back in. But let those who have ears hear, right? And let those who have eyes see. So it is what it is. Cowboy Nation, as we finish out and get things going, I want to say this. I'm a guy that always like to help the youth. I'm a guy that always like to help the people scale and grow their business. And here's what I got right here. I got a set of people that's doing remarkable things for the community and doing remarkable things for growth and doing remarkable things as it relates to their passions and stepping out on their dreams, and as well as taking that leap of faith and doing things. And they have been doing things for a minute. And I want to share their story with you all of what we were able to do just the other day. Give me 1 second, because I want to share their IG page in a few. So give me 1 second here. And as we pull this up, it's called The Boss Brothers, and they do a great job. They are young kids who wrote their own book at the age, one is 7, finna be 8 in March, and the other one is already 9. So I love hearing these type of storylines, and I want to be able to share this because keeping families connected is everything. And we've been working with them. They did a toy drive. We gave over $150,000 worth of toys away. And one of the campaigns of sponsorships is another guy who helped the state of Texas with 7 emergency facilities, 4 hospitals. So, and he used his own money with it. But also what we're doing here is colliding our forces together to build even more of a bigger brand and a bigger impact. And I want to be able to share this storyline with you guys. And just bear with me while I load this up. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. And I thank y'all for y'all patience, and I really appreciate you guys, man. The children, I believe the children are the future. Teach them good and well. Let them lead the way. Y'all know how that song go. Let's go.
You got two bosses with you on this beautiful occasion. Can you break it down for me just a little bit?
Listen, Bob, they're not just boss brothers, but they think they boss me too, right?
Right.
But they're being trained in the way that they should go. You know, in this generation now, we talk about our youth and people complain about them, but they don't do nothing to help them.
Right.
So what I've done with my grandsons, my husband and I, we've taken our time to invest in them.
Right.
So they're both published authors.
Okay.
They're called the Boss Brothers, so their business is one they're really close in age. As a matter of fact, Boss Brother Juju just turned 9 on Wednesday, January the 3rd. Boss Brother Jaden will be 8 on March the 11th.
So 9 and 8.
Okay. And so they published their first book, The Adventures of the Bedtime Alphabets, and then they have clocks, they have candy bars, they sell bow ties and neckties. So we're teaching them business at a young age.
Right.
And I mean, that's what we got to do, because guess what? They may not all be athletes.
They may not all be athletes, so this is like paving the way for the future.
Yes.
Are you the boss of this boss, or y'all kind of work together?
I'm the boss. I'm the boss of that boss.
Or you the number one boss? Huh?
No, we play
so
together.
Y'all boss together. Okay. Yeah. Who wins in the fights? You do? Okay, he do? Okay. All right. So talk to me about the challenges of you writing this book. Oh, he wrote most of the book.
Yes.
No challenge at all, like walking on water. Inspiration. Who's y'all biggest motivation right now? Who do you guys pull from? As motivation and inspiration.
Or Nana.
Okay, your Nana? What about you? The same? Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the most important part of the book that you guys pretty much like out of this book right here?
I like the end.
The end? The prayer, the nighttime prayer?
Yeah.
Do y'all say that every night? Yeah. So you instill like prayer, worship in these young bosses so that they can walk right
And they go to church every Sunday.
They go to church.
And they're believers. And every morning when they get up, they thank God. They thank God for waking them up. So we're just training them in the way that they should go, because I'm not saying they won't stray.
Right.
I did it for all of my children as far as instilling principles and values in them. At that time, I didn't have the finances and resources that I have now. So now that I have it, I'm giving because I want them to get it. So they're not only just learning this, they learning the price of gold, silver. They're moving with the economy and with the time.
So you know about Elon Musk.
This is his thing.
That's your favorite?
Tell them what Elon Musk network
Talk to me about his network.
It's more than 100 mil.
More than 100 mil.
Watch out, Jay.
Watch out with it. So with that being said, and all of this greatness, we had a vision board today. What was on your vision board?
The first one, I put to be on a TV show.
To be on a TV show, we on one right now.
You done already reached your goal. Get yourself a hand.
Come on with it. All right, what was on your vision board?
Make 15K in 6 months.
15K in 6 months. Thou shall decree a thing, and it shall be established. Huh?
That's it.
You speaking it into existence.
That's
right. It's gonna happen.
And how you gonna do it?
I'm selling our books and clocks and bow ties and neckties and chocolate bars.
Chocolate bars. Ooh.
Watch out.
Yeah, I had a chocolate bar the last time I was at y'all's event. It was great. Do you envision yourself selling these books all over the world so that you can meet your goal? And so that you can meet your goal?
Yes.
Are you guys ready to do that right now?
Yes.
Well, we're working on something so that we can get you guys in front of thousands of other kids so that you guys can get the clock out there as well as the book out there and the chocolate and the bow ties.
Thank you.
So signing out, where can people find all of your information, where they can follow Boss Brothers, and where they can purchase these books, most importantly, too?
And Boss Brothers all over the world.
All right. And where is Jaden?
On TikTok, Google, Instagram, Facebook.
And everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh, wow.
All right. That's it.
We will be there. So, hey, this was a great interview. I had a great time.
Thank you, and thank you for sharing the information.
You're not doing a good job at all. You're doing a great job.
Well, thank you so much.
Continue to do that, and I appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Thank you for your time.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Come on with it. Come on.
No doubt. Boss Brothers. I'm about to hook them up with Boss Cowboys Sports too. I love it. DC for life, not for short, baby. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank all of y'all, man, for tuning in. So that young, from the mouth of the youth, he said, hey, he want to make $15,000 in 6 months off of his book sales, and he's already on pace for doing that as far as his goal. And the other one, I said, hey, you're on a TV show right now. He was like, man, I want to be on a real TV show. Lord, come on, man. Like Oprah and them. So one day we'll get there, man. But it's powerful, man, to see the youth, and they already trading stocks and stuff like that, or being coached up by their father. Their father is a business entrepreneur too, and he does a whole bunch of other good stuff for the community and beyond. And they showed me their earnings, and I was like, wow, I need to jump in on that right there, man. So hey, it's powerful, man. Yeah, I appreciate you, Nate Davies, man. Appreciate you, man. It's all about investing into the future, and from the future is of the youth. And you already know, I'm already trying to tell them, how about them Cowboys? You already know how they go.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Yes, indeed. So we'll be doing more and more things with them, as well as the others in the community. And we will have a book fair, I believe, on the 27th of this month. And we doing some great things for everyone. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. Be sure to stay close to the channel for the last string of the regular season, and it will be right before the game kickoff. But before I go, man, I want you guys to know, if I offended anyone, charge it to my head, not my heart. It's all love over here. Don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. Anybody who feeling bad about anything. Cowboy Nation, they always say, perspectives of everything. I talked about the turtle, right? Point of view is everything too. The way the turtle see the world is a whole lot different from the giraffe. Two different perspectives, right? The turtle can say, I would never be able to get those leaves on a tree. And the giraffe may say to the turtle, man, I would probably never live to be 75 years or 150. But the perspective of both, they are living. They're doing their job. Cowboy Nation, before the season kicked off, everybody was talking about INTs. Everybody was talking about the Cowboys will not get to the playoffs. Everybody was talking about the NFC East don't have back-to-back same division champions. They may be right on that part of it and wrong on everything else. But life is just like choices. You choose what pathway you go on. And what if I told you, even from your mindset, from a positive connotation? Some people look at life and say, hey, I'm down, I'm out. I got too much pride to ask Law Nation for $20. I like to come over here and talk about a team in front of thousands of folks that nobody watches or follow. And they feel validated. And then they feel like victims when we lash back at them. Don't be like those people. Stick and flow to where you belong. Don't be a square peg or a round peg trying to fit in a square hole. Be who you are. Follow your dreams. Follow your passion. Take light to where you going. Don't hide it. Concern the things that need to be concerning to you. If I tell you that I don't have no dealings with makeup, lipsticks, how to put hair together, then I won't be there. There's many of people come to this channel, and they see people come to this channel, and they send you appreciate you. Law Nation, the best YouTube closer. Appreciate you. Well, write this down. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, Cowboy Nation, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and all that you dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan to lose all the terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty or famine or fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, woo, you will get it. And from the youth and from the mindset of the small, from the mindset of those who counted people out, change can happen if you reformat your brain. Come on. DC for life, baby. My guy Asmodi says, but law, a round peg can fit in a square hole. Both are 360 degrees. And sometimes you can see things that fit, but do it belongs? Oops. I don't want to outspeak my wisdom teeth, Asmodeus. Oh my gosh, yeah. But do it belongs?
This is Sparta!
Don't force things, baby.
Damn.
Woo.
Give me my thing, you.
Come on. Let's get it. Have faith, y'all. Come on. Roll those crates.
I've been really in the field, lot of rush, I love to feel lately.
Come on. Appreciate y'all, man. One love to y'all, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Shout out to the super chats, man. JD from DC, thank you. J Recruiter, appreciate you. Salute to Specialty Media, too, by the way. Randy, thank you. Zach Luna, Willis, appreciate you. Brandy, thank you. That's my girl right there. GCB, Traded, thank you. Thank you. Come on. Shout out to you, Ronald. Thank you on the Facebook sides of things. Felicia and everyone. Come on.
Still the same, not switching sides. Now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Counter check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah, I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clones. Yeah, I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone. Yeah, I've been really in time to check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
One love, y'all. Until next time, DC for life. Charge it to my head, not my heart. Let's get it. If I offended anyone again, you know.
What more?
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on, Cowboys. Let's be victorious. Let's figure out a way to get this dub.
Lately, I just wanna
prepare for glory.
No doubt.
Not the one who made the rules, right? Do it left, do it right, do it left.